The Kanban system works off the pull of the customer, creating a more demand-driven enterprise, which results in lower inventory levels, less waiting, and better control of production amounts. The Japanese word Kanban, loosely translated, means card, billboard, or sign, but oftentimes other sensory notifications such as empty spaces, cones, or lights are used to notify a supplier of a customer need. In the purest sense, Kanban is a trigger. The card was an early method used to help people learn to act on a trigger for replenishment and manage the demand associated with the need. Essentially, the Kanban card and other triggers were used to help manage the replenishment and behaviors associated with replenishing that inventory. Over the next few modules, we will look at the different purposes of Kanban. Some include effective ways to communicate, replacement of routers and work orders, help in controlling overproduction and inventory levels, as a visual control tool, and lastly, as a tool used to transition to one-piece flow and drive improvements through your organization. We'll see you in the next module. There are many different ways to communicate. Some are visual, some are verbal, and others are culturally ingrained in a system and understood by everyone in the organization. Kanban is unique in the sense that it communicates information to people in as many different ways as you want. As we've learned, the Kanban is used to connect information flow to the necessary action or production of a customer's need. Put very simply, when you receive a Kanban card, it will communicate to you what you should produce, how much, by when, and what area needs it, and any other relevant information you may need. As Kanbans travel upstream, they communicate the needs of downstream processes. Many organizations today will use stock keeping units, QR codes, or even links that can take recipients to standard operating procedures or even videos so that communication is available in many different forms right from your Kanban card. Given that Kanban cards are rather small, they make communication fast and effective while simultaneously lowering paperwork in an organization. As you can see, Kanbans are a very effective way to communicate without having to pass papers, have long conversations, or analyze work. In manufacturing, routers help guide the flow of production, while work orders help kick off the production of a tool or the maintenance of some other type of equipment. Manufacturing orders, on the other hand, trigger the manufacturing of an item. Kanbans can replace all of these. That's right. One critical function of a Kanban is to replace all the different paperwork that flows through an organization. Kanbans can not only take the place of work orders when they are designed effectively, but they communicate clearly to people many critical pieces of information. Two of the most critical being what needs to be produced, as well as how many, and where products or information are needed, and how the production will occur. Just think. Less paperwork going through an organization and still the same clear instructions and processes. Now that is continuous improvement. Overproduction is one of the 8 major forms of waste. It occurs when materials or services and information are created earlier or in excess of the needed demand. Overproduction is oftentimes referred to as the deadliest form of waste because it directly causes and enlarges other forms of waste, while indirectly contributing to many other forms of waste. With this in mind, when a Kanban system is in place, upstream processes do not produce unless downstream processes receive some type of signal to produce. This means that production is controlled by the trigger and should not exceed the Kanban amount. Not only does this control production in-process inventory, it also minimizes the amount of transportation waste that occurs within an organization, and ultimately lowers all other forms of waste too. Remember though, Kanban is not the ideal. One-piece flow is. We'll see you in the next module. While Kanbans are an effective way to drive production and other activities, they are not the ideal. The perfect environment for service and manufacturing is true one-piece flow. One-piece flow is the concept behind the just-in-time system. An environment that operates in a one-piece flow fashion is when items or services are processed in one piece at a time. In other words, the items move directly from one process step to the next one piece at a time. One-piece flow drastically reduces lead times and improves quality by exposing abnormalities in processes. With this in mind, we must remember that inventory hides problems. Kanbans are a powerful tool that can help reveal problems. Areas that have too many Kanbans present may reveal excess inventory or tasks that are being assigned. When you begin to reduce those Kanbans in an effort to get to one-piece flow, you will notice that opportunities will arise. In other words, the problems in a process will become more visual and you can start to find solutions. This will allow you to see the benefits of true one-piece flow. Some things to ensure are happening when you begin reducing your Kanbans are: hidden problems are being revealed, daily Gemba walks are taking place, Kaizen is increasing, processes are being analyzed and updated, frequent brainstorming is occurring, and finally, Hansei. Remember, Kanban doesn't just help you get to one-piece flow, it helps you get there and stay there.